didn't you tell me this was my mother's house?
Why didn't you ask?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at SpongeBob jokes too edgy to make it in the final cut.
There you go. It's the best seat in the house.
Number 10, Sandy's Bikini and SpongeBob's Car Crash.
I am about to write the greatest essay of all time. Like most great essays, it will be written on paper.
The episode Procrastination deals with the theme of, well, procrastination. SpongeBob struggles to write an 800-word essay for boating school.
Gee, this is harder than I thought.
After having difficulty starting, he eventually looks out his window and sees everyone outside having a wonderful time, including Patrick and Sandy. Patrick makes a motion to put sunscreen on Sandy's back, which to some viewers looked like he was taking off her bikini. SpongeBob then returns to write, daydreaming about getting his driving license. He imagines a racing car, but it abruptly and violently flips over. Apparently, Nickelodeon thought this car crash to be too violent for kids. Both reasons caused them to cut the scene entirely.
How about some calisthenics? Hop, hoo, hop, hoo, hop, hoo, hop, hoo.
Number 9, Alien Cats.
Gary, I'm home. Gare Bear?
Released in 2020, Sponge on the Run revolves around SpongeBob trying to rescue Gary, his beloved pet snail. Originally, he was planned to be stolen by photorealistic CGI animated alien anthropomorphic cats. Their motivations were to have Gary release their ancient evil god, converting Earth into a giant litter tray.
Hang on, Gary. I won't let you go.
Tisk, rather impolite, don't you think?
The plot would have involved SpongeBob and his friends traveling to alien planets in a science fiction adventure. Eventually, the entire plot was trashed, and the writers thought it to be too far-fetched for a movie about a talking sponge wearing SquarePants.
You may keep Gary, and I wish you many happy years together.
Thank you. Oh, did you hear that, Gare Bear?
Number 8. SpongeBob gets caught watching an inappropriate TV show.
Look at this knot. Have you ever seen a more perfectly executed shoe fastening bow?
Gosh, probably not.
In this episode, SpongeBob forgets how he's supposed to tie his shoelaces. One famous scene involves him watching a show about a sea anemone on TV. Then Gary enters the shot, approaching SpongeBob and prompting him to hastily switch channels to football. This joke could go over the heads of children, as it is fairly adult, implying that SpongeBob was watching something only for mature audiences.
They've been tied for as long as I can remember. Well, I'll remember after a good night's sleep.
As such, Nickelodeon seemingly decided it was too inappropriate for younger audiences, cutting the scene in some international versions. It would live forever as a meme, however.
I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Number 7, Snowman Dungeon.
Hey! Thanks a lot, SpongeBob. While you were just standing there whistling, someone threw a snowball at me.
SpongeBob and Patrick have an epic snowball fight with one another, trying to get Squidward to join. Despite being a relatively tame theme for the episode, one storyboard scene was far too dark to ever reach the light of day.
Come on, SpongeBob. Let's go knock each other's brains out.
I'm ready.
This involves Squidward inside a dungeon full of snowmen and screaming, "I'll bring them to my snow dungeon and extract their valuable secrets." We don't need to explain why this one was censored. Even if the scene made it past the storyboarding stage, we're not sure it would have aged well.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be knocking each other's brains out.
Number 6. Larry makes a fish chew glass.
What's in that pink box?
Donuts, sir?
Do not bring those in here!
Popular side character Larry the Lobster opens a new gym, attempting to get everyone in Bikini Bottom in shape. One scene from the storyboard proved so edgy that it was never animated.
I'll have a double Krabby Patty, Krabby Fries, and,
What else?
a Krabby Soda, a Krabby... My leg!
In the storyboard, Larry tells one customer the only thing you could eat worse than donuts is glass. Larry proceeds to smash a glass in the fish's mouth, forcing him to chew and swallow. Nickelodeon thought this scene was too dangerous to show kids, which makes a lot of sense. This joke is surprisingly adult, even for SpongeBob.
Mr. Krabs, how long have you been in there?
I think I'm done.
Would you mind rubbing a little butter on me?
Number 5. Plankton Mimics a gun.
F is for fire that burns down the whole town, used for uranium bombs.
Fun is one of the most famous and iconic episodes, focusing on SpongeBob and Plankton becoming friends. It's a wholesome storyline, but one joke was too dark to make it past the storyboards. It involved Plankton using his jellyfish net as if it were a gun. Plankton then asks, "So what happens after we shoot him?" making gunshot sound effects. SpongeBob understandably looks horrified, responding, "You don't shoot him!"
Plankton, those things aren't what fun is all about. Now, do it like this. F is for friends who do stuff.
Never! That's completely idiotic.
Considering that the Columbine High School massacre happened only a few months earlier, there was no way Nickelodeon would ever air that.
Tell me what you see here.
I don't see anything.
How can you not see it?
Number 4. SpongeBob and Patrick become parents.
What he needs is a tiny Krabby Patty. Huh? No one's ever turned down one of these before.
This is without a doubt one of the most controversial SpongeBob episodes ever produced. It involves SpongeBob and Patrick caring for a baby scallop.
Let's try a donut.
French fries?
A donut?
All we have left is this apple.
SpongeBob takes the role of the mother and Patrick the father, leading to many wacky scenarios between the three. Unfortunately, the 2000s were much less progressive than the 2020s, which still sadly aren't that progressive. It sparked a lot of outrage for showing what some viewers deemed to be a gay relationship. This meant a lot of scenes showing the two raising their child were cut from the episode due to the significantly more prejudiced political climate.
Despite all we've been through, it was worth it.
Yeah. Let's have another.
Number 3. Censoring SpongeBob's ripped pants.
Oops. I guess I ripped my pants again.
Ripped Pants has been a fan favorite for almost 25 years now. SpongeBob's peers find his ripped undergarments hilarious, causing him to repeatedly make jokes about it. Eventually, they tire of his repetitive joke until the pants become sentient and leave SpongeBob.
We blew it, pants. What do you mean, we?
After losing most of his friends, he sings a heartfelt ballad about his ripped pants. Unfortunately for viewers in Italy and other overseas regions, this song never happens. Instead, SpongeBob begins to sing and then it abruptly jumps to the end of the song. Also, in some places, the ripped pants were censored with a black bar, leading viewers to believe it was much worse than just his underwear being exposed.
SpongeBob, that was so righteous. Would you sign my pants?
Absolutely, buddy.
Number 2. Pandemic in the Krusty Krab.
Someone in this restaurant is infected with the highly contagious clam flu. You're all under quarantine.
This notorious episode's central plotline focuses on the Krusty Krab going under quarantine due to a mysterious illness. A health inspector decides the Krusty Krab is a hazard, putting the restaurant and all its personnel under quarantine.
Quarantine schmarantine. I'm the great...
Breach contained. Good work.
Nothing is particularly offensive about this episode, but that didn't stop it from being banned in 2020. The episode's timing was less than ideal, coinciding with the real-life COVID-19 pandemic disrupting the entire planet. So, Nickelodeon decided to pull the episode temporarily, believing it would be too insensitive to release at such a stressful time.
Drop it somewhere safe. Somewhere no one ever goes.
I don't want to get sick too!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Panty Raid.
Are you ready to party, Mr. Krabs? I'm ready to party! Are you ready to party?
Stop it! Just stop it! You're embarrassing me, Dad.
SpongeBob and Patrick have a big night out with Mr. Krabs so that he can feel young again. This night out involves a bunch of wacky misadventures, such as visiting a children's arcade. Mr. Krabs decides it's too childish for him until Patrick tells him they are just about to go on a panty raid.
I guess you're gonna miss the Panty Raid.
The what?
I said, I guess you're gonna miss the Panty Raid.
The trio sneak into a woman's house, stealing her underwear, but are then caught by Mr. Krabs' mother, the true owner of the undergarments. With the hashtag #MeToo movement making us reevaluate certain jokes, especially in kid-friendly media, this episode has been banned from streaming for years.
You're grounded for the rest of the night.
Yes, Mommy.
Don't worry, Pops. We're almost to your room.
Do you think any of these moments shouldn't have been censored? Let us know in the comments below.
No, hold on. With the side of that I ain't been helping a boatload of... grabbing...
That's all 13, Patrick!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.